Basil plants, they hang in my window. I just got some rope and made little hanging pots for them. It is perfect for the caprese salad I'm going to make for dinner tonight. Okay, so another perfect summer dish is a caprese salad. I picked the cucumbers and the tomatoes from my garden. So I'm going to cut the cucumbers first, actually. So I'm going to cut the ends off of them. I usually save them for my dogs, which they're super spoiled. So I'm going to cut these bad boys up. I'm going to quarter each cucumber, and then I will put them into little sections, just so they're about bite size. So I know cucumbers and tomatoes are delicious, but you always want to make sure that you can add flavor to them, only because they're very watery. So they do have a subtle flavor, but not a strong flavor. So I'm making the balsamic dressing, and whenever you make any type of dressing, it's going to be 2 parts oil to 1 part acid or vinegar. I did olive oil, and I also did balsamic vinegar, a couple pinches of salt and pepper, along with a couple pinches of dried basil and dried oregano. I didn't use much basil because I am using the fresh basil that I picked off of my window garden, and you'll see that little clip as well. I have to have them hanging because I have cats that love to eat everything. So this video is going to be a real-time salad. I just have everything prepped. I got everything washed up. I already did the dressing. That took me literally about 15 seconds to do that. I did open up the mozzarella cheese. I'm making a double batch, so I am using the full 16 ounces of mozzarella cheese for that, and that's why I'm using 2 cucumbers, I apologize, and 3 tomatoes, but I'll also eye it because you want a little more cucumber than you want tomatoes. So this is one of the yellow tomatoes that we grew in our front garden. So slice this up, and you also want to do it into bite-sized pieces. If you have cherry tomatoes, that works well as, actually probably much better than this, so you don't have to worry about it. And you could also use, I like mozzarella pearls, but I didn't see any at Stop and Shop yesterday when I picked up the cheese. So I'm going to continue to just cut all these bad boys up. Here, puppy. You swear my dogs would be vegetarians at this point, but they do like their meat too. They are very, very spoiled puppies. As you just saw, they got a piece of the tomato. You can eat this piece, but the part that comes right off the vine, I always give it to the pups though, just as a treat, because they are definitely both my shadows when I am in the kitchen, that is for sure. With tomatoes, you want to make sure that you have a really sharp knife, because you don't want to squish them, you want them to hold their shape. So try not to use a very dull knife. You could use a serrated knife, that helps too. This is a new knife set, so this knife is still pretty sharp, so it's cutting right through the skin. And they're also fresh tomatoes, so they are a little easier to cut. We try to get the beefier tomatoes with not as many seeds in it. These, I'm not sure what actual brand those are. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to take the basil, and you don't want to cut them because you don't want to bruise it. So you're just going to tear the basil. Because if you cut the basil, you're going to end up bruising it, and it's going to go quicker. This salad will last us a couple of days between my husband and myself. We'll have some for dinner as well. can't get any more summer than this, that's for sure. So we're gonna cut these into little cubes as well. And like I said, the pearl mozzarella would be fantastic for this, because then you just can drain it and you can throw it right into the salad and not have to worry about anything. So you just want these to be about the same size as the cucumbers and the tomatoes. You want everything to be about even, so you're not biting into huge hunks of just in particular item. So we are almost done. And when you hold a knife, you should be holding it like this. You should never have your finger like this. It's a very improper way to cut. Plus, you're more apt to hurt yourself. Right, we are about finished. So I'm going to throw all this cheese in, break it off, stuff that's connected. We'll put the dressing in. So for my dressing, I have 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. So as I said before, you want a ratio of 2 and 1. And that's what that looks like. I'm gonna whisk this up again real quick. And we are going to drizzle this over. Don't want to leave anything behind. We're going to toss it. And you want to let this sit at least an hour, I would say really 2, so it can kind of marinate in the juices. This is a salad. It's all tossed together. I just love the colors. You have the red, the yellows. They have little brown cherry tomatoes that you could use as well. I have the basil, the cucumbers in there. This is going to sit in the refrigerator for a couple hours, and then we'll enjoy it for dinner. Hope you guys enjoy this. It is super easy and shareable, and let me know how your summer dishes turn out.